Hey you guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm finally coming back to you guys with another suggestions video. Now I know what is on my lip. Anyway, so basically my suggestions videos are basically like, because my name's Jess, suggestions, you know what I'm saying? It's when you guys send me in some questions to my email, OnlyOneJessXO, AskJessXO, I don't remember, but I will leave it on the screen right here. You guys send me your questions and then I just give you my suggestion, and I'm calling it a suggestion because if I give it to you and you do it and it don't work out well, it was just a suggestion. I tell you, this is not Bible, it's not facts, don't listen to me. Yeah, let's just get on in. I picked out a few because I feel like a lot of the times I get questions about the same thing and I don't want to keep answering the same questions over, but sometimes if I have time, I will just email you back my opinion and not put it in the video. So still send me your questions. If you want to, chitter chat, just send me your questions. Anyways, the very first one. I had to start off with this one because she's so nice. Anyways, hey Jess, loved your last suggestions video. One of the questions had me think about my own situation. My boyfriend and my homegirl are great friends. She put that in all caps, great friends. She actually introduced me to him, so they knew each other before I knew him. It kind of bothers me because they grew up together and seem to have so much chemistry, but they always state that they're not each other's type. They go over each other's house for dinner and he picks her up for church before he comes to get me. Just a few examples. I don't suspect anything is going on, but do I have a right to say something? I don't want to sound bitter or jealous. Oh man, this is always a hard one. Me personally, this is just from my personal experience and some things that I have seen. I don't believe that guys and girls, all right, 90% of the time, maybe 95, a strong 97% of the time, when guys and girls are best friends or extremely close, like where they're hanging out at each other's house and they're like, oh, but we don't like each other, it always ends up that somebody catches feelings. Like, I'll use myself as an example. My ex-boyfriend, we were best friends. I just spit. Did you guys see that? We were best friends for like 4 years before we started dating. Like when we were best friends, in my head, I never thought that we would date. I was like, oh yeah, no, it's just so-and-so. But eventually those feelings grew to be something. And while he was my best friend, I was still dating people on the side or whatever. So like in the beginning, yeah, it seemed like, oh no, nothing, like you have nothing to worry about. But then he ended up being my man. So, and okay, the great thing about it is that she's your friend. Also, it's not just some random girl that you're afraid to approach. She's your friend, he's your man, you guys all are friends together. I'm not saying that they can't be friends. I just feel like it's a dangerous place that you don't necessarily want to give that door for feelings to be caught. Because like I said, anytime a guy and a girl, they spend enough time together, if they're both attractive and they're both telling each other like each other's deepest, darkest secrets, they're being vulnerable with each other. He's picking her up for church, so she don't got her own car. I don't understand. Anyways, and I understand she was there before you, but you're there now. Homegirl, thank you for introducing me to him. You don't gotta go, but you don't there has to be boundaries. Your man should understand that. Don't know how old you guys are, so this thought process definitely comes with maturity and experience, because in high school, could nobody tell me that me and my best guy friend couldn't be friends. But it always happens. Someone ends up having feelings for someone. Whether it could be one-sided or it could end up being two-sided. So I don't think you sound bitter or jealous for saying something. And if he's just like, no, I'm not gonna stop hanging out with her, then you can kindly just show him the door and just be out of there, because you want someone who's going to put you first, second, and third. Like nobody comes next to you. I mean, you're not his wife, but that's just another practice that's gonna be carried into your marriage if you guys get married. Like, no, sorry. I hate to say it, but thank you, next. Okay? Moving right along. Hey Jess, I'm 26 and the guy I am 26 and the guy I talk to is 22. The age difference doesn't bother me, but it seems like I have more going for myself right now, and it causes a strain in our relationship sometimes. Sometimes he asks to borrow my car for work. He works in sales and my job is more stable as a surgical tech. He always says he wants to marry me, but is waiting to get his money right. I don't know what my question is, but I don't know, it's just bothering me. Well, I don't know what your question is either, but it kind of sounds, I don't know what your question is. But at the end of the day, you have to realize you decided to date somebody who is younger than you. So you're going to have to kind of go through the process with him. Where were you when you were 22 years old, right? Like, you can't expect him to have it all together. I mean, you just can't expect him to have it together. And next thing you said, this is just the guy that you're talking to. He's not even your boyfriend. So don't even stress yourself over somebody who's not your man. He hasn't even made the commitment to be your boyfriend, because you said the guy I'm talking to. So I assume he's not your boyfriend. And at the age of 22, I don't know, he's borrowing your car. It just sounds, I don't know, sounds a little funny. It would bother me a little bit too, but I feel like it would bother me less if we were in a committed relationship and I knew that this was possibly going somewhere. I'm not saying this is not gonna go somewhere, because at 22 you could still be a mature young man. I don't know the dynamics, but I'm just saying, you guys are just talking. He's not even your boyfriend. I wouldn't be stressing over him. You could tell him, like, look, next time you want to borrow my car, like, I only let my mans borrow my car. What we doing? Okay, like, I want to marry you, but my money's not right. Okay, well, can we have a title? Can I be your girlfriend? Is you putting gas in my car? What are we doing? That's the first thing you need to get together. What are we doing? You're 26, you don't have time to be, well, I don't want to say you don't have time to be fooling around, but you're at the age where, like, let's not play games. Like, say what you want and, you know, mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? So, don't stress over him because he's not your boyfriend. So if you don't want to let him borrow your car, you don't owe him nothing, because y'all are just talking. Who knows who else he's talking to? So, anyway. My boyfriend, you know, I also find it extremely funny how you guys ask me for, like, relationship advice, and I ain't got no mans, and I ain't had no mans in years, but I always say those who can't do teach. And I've been through a lot of these situations that you guys have been through before, so just keep them coming. Keep them coming. Anyways, hey Jess, my boyfriend is the same height as me, maybe even a little bit shorter. In parentheses, she put she's 5'6". So I'm assuming her man's 5'6", 5'5", or something like that. He doesn't like that much when I wear heels when we go out. I personally don't mind if I'm a few inches taller than him, and I love wearing heels. I can't read. I personally don't mind if I'm a few inches taller than him, and I love wearing heels, but I think it's annoying that he cares. She said, I ain't trying to wear flats with my outfits. Should I compromise, or should I just eventually let him get used to it? Alright, so basically the question is, her and her boyfriend are the same height. When they go out, she likes to dress up and wear heels, and he feels uncomfortable. Now, I always feel like, I keep spitting. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. I always feel like in a relationship, it's better to pick and choose your battles. This one, I feel like I wouldn't make this a battle. If your man feels uncomfortable with you wearing heels when you guys go out, don't make him feel uncomfortable. Like, he can't change the fact that he's shorts, okay? Or I don't really call 5'6" short. I don't know, whatever. That he is the same height as you. And if he feels self-conscious about it, it's your job to make him feel comfortable. So you can wear heels when you go out with your girls or whatever, or maybe even put the heels on and take the Instagram photo, and then you better slap them kitten heels on, girl. Like, you better wear them little 1 inches, because I feel like it's important to make your man feel comfortable within reason. If he was like, oh, your natural hair makes me uncomfortable, you better perm it, like, that's unreasonable. I do feel like it's something that he should get over, and maybe something that he will get over time. Maybe you can, like, ease him on into it. But if, like, maybe people are making fun of him, maybe his boys are making fun of him behind, you know, y'all's back, whatever. I don't know what the situation is, but I just feel like this is a small situation that doesn't need an argument over, you know. And how many times do you guys really go out to places that you need to wear heels anyways? Don't make it a big deal. I know we like to wear heels and look cute with our outfits, but, you know, flats are more comfortable anyways. So I just say pick and choose your battles, and I don't think this is one to fight over. My mouth is dry. Hey Jess, I love you because, first of all, I love you too. Okay? I do. Alright, hey Jess, I love you because I feel like I can relate a lot to you and your story. Whew, I ain't even told y'all half of the story, but alright. I'm 26 and serve actively in my church. Been working as a nurse for 2 years and spend my time with God. I desire a relationship, but I see no prospects. I mean, there are guys that like me, but I don't like them, and the guys that I find interest in don't seem to pursue me. Why am I still single? It's so annoying because I feel like I have everything going for me, and some of my other friends that are struggling are getting into happy and healthy relationships. What am I doing wrong? Actually, you're not doing anything wrong. It seems like you are doing everything right. And finally, I have a question that I can truly, you know, like girl, I feel you. But I feel you like 100%. Sometimes I'm like,
okay, Lord, why everybody getting into these relationships and I'm just sitting here watching, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
But God has a plan for you, girl, and I know it's hard. It's hard to say like, oh, don't worry about it, and just spend your time working on yourself and get closer with the Lord and build your business and save money and blah, blah, blah. And that's all great and dandy. But like, we were made to love, so I know that you have that desire, and I do too. But I can't answer why you're still single. I can't even answer why I'm still single. You gotta roll with the punches, be happy for other people, and I can't even tell you that your man is coming soon or anything like that, because I don't want to make you an empty promise, because people have been telling me that my man is coming soon for like 6 years and he ain't here. So you just gotta vibe. I'm sure you're not doing anything wrong, and I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, maybe you should, you know, stop overlooking the men that are trying to get with you, because if you don't like them, then I don't want you to be with someone you don't like just because you're like, you want to be in a relationship, because that's not what we doing. Okay, we's too cute to be trying to get in relationships with just Joe Schmo, Tom, Dick, and Harry just because they're nice, but we don't really like them. Like that's no good for you, no good for him, no good for me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Keep praying. God gives us the desires of our heart, but our desires, like, they need to line up with His will first. If you feel like you're in line with God's will and you still have the desire to be married, then God will give you that desire because it's part of His will. So just keep doing what you're doing, and we gonna be all right. I'm here for you. I really, really am. All right, next. All right, Jess, please help me. I remember in your Q&A video that you said you didn't understand why you still had to go to school when you're in your career of choice right now. I'm halfway through my 4th semester and I'm just so unmotivated because I'm not going to school for myself. I'm going to school for my parents to just leave me alone. Gosh, another relatable one, man. I make a pretty good income as a lash tech, and I'm currently going to school for public health. I understand you're so close to finishing, and that's why you're staying, but I'm not even close, so I don't feel like it would be too much of a waste to just quit now. Okay, so when I read this question before off camera, I just was like, oh, light bulb. So first of all, why are you going to school for public health? It seems like if you're a lash tech, because I know a few lash techs, and that seems like it's a business on its own. So why don't you just go to school for business, and then you'll know how to run your own like lash business or like salon boutique or whatever one day. I assume you already went to like cosmetology school, because if you're a lash tech, you have to have like your license to do that. I assume, girl, I don't know. But I feel like you should just change your major, go to school for business. It's still going to be kind of a struggle because you're still not, like, school just sucks. But at least you're going to get your degree for something that's going to help you in what you're doing now. You can get your own business, and then just, I know y'all lash techs be making good money. I be seeing, and I know how much y'all charge because I get my lashes done every 2 to 3 weeks. So I just say, stay in school, because you just never know. You really just never know. Like, one day people could wake up and be like, wow, I just love my natural lashes. We don't want to get lashes anymore. Because, you know, everything kind of has its season. Ooh, just like, you know, relaxed hair had its season and now everyone's going natural. I don't know if natural hair is just a seasonal thing and everyone's going to go back to relaxed hair. I don't know. But like, everything has like its season, and that lashes are extremely popular right now. So I know right now you're doing good, but you really just never know. So I always feel like just have that umbrella, have that safety cushion. And like I said, if you go to school for business, this is only going to help your business in the long run. So I would say, don't drop out, just change your major. Oh, this question got to me too. Jess, I love your confidence with who you are and how you carry yourself. I'm also a dark-skinned girl and I struggle, in all caps. She said I struggle. I feel like guys don't even notice me. They just see dark skin and walk past me. How do you stay confident in a world that tells us that we're not beautiful? Now, first of all, let me tell y'all only see me like 10 minutes 2 days a week. So there are a lot of times where I'm not confident with my skin color or my body or a lot of things. Like in my Q&A video, someone asked me what was my biggest insecurity, and one of them is my skin color. No matter how many times people tell me like, oh, you're beautiful and I love your skin and, you know, melanin popping. But yeah, it's just really hard. So I completely understand what you're saying. Because it's kind of like when guys see me by myself, they'll notice me. But if I'm in a group with like other light-skinned girls or something, I will be the last to be noticed. And it's so funny that this is the question, because like I mentioned this to someone the other day, and I don't know, the conversation didn't really go well. But anyways, I'm here to encourage you. We cannot place our value in how many guys show us attention. My lips are so crusty right now. Oh my god. They're just crusty. I don't know why. It's not better. Alright. I will tell you, and it's something I have to tell myself, like, our value is not determined on how many guys show us attention compared to how much attention they're showing someone else. So if that's one of the things that are really getting you down, like, first of all, no offense to y'all, to these boys, but guys are stupid. Honestly, they're not smart. They may be book smart, but like there's things missing up here. There's so many things missing up here, and we see it all the time. So why would you like put your validation in someone who's not even smart? Like, don't get me fully wrong. Like, guys, they're not horrible, and you know, God made them, so whatever. But they got their flaws. So I had to learn that guys are just stupid, and I feel like that's why I get most of my compliments from women, because we're just so much smarter and we understand beauty, you know? But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Again, I'm not gonna say like I don't struggle with this, because I do struggle with it a lot. I mainly only struggle with it when I'm with my family or my sister-in-laws, because everyone else is light-skinned. I'm literally the only dark-skinned girl cousin that really comes around on our side. So it's hard. It definitely is hard, because you start comparing yourself and you start looking in the mirror like, oh man, I am not cute or anything like that. So just continue to encourage yourself. Walk with your head high. Even if you have to fake it, you walk with confidence, and eventually you're gonna believe it. Okay? And every time someone gives you a compliment, you soak it up. You know, like, don't be like, oh, you're just saying that. Like, be like, you know, yeah, thank you, I am cute today, or whatever. And one day some guy's gonna come along who just absolutely is in love with every piece of you, your skin color, your hair, whatever it is that you're self-conscious about. He's gonna love every piece. But still, don't put your value in these men, because they're stupid. And that's a fact. Here is my last question. I also love this question. Hey Jess, how do you feel about casual dating? Like dating more than one person at a time until you're in a committed relationship. I feel like it feels weird and it's not ladylike, but also every time I put all my eggs in one basket, she gets screwed over. We'll just keep it PG in here. So how do I feel about dating more than one person at a time? Me personally, I've never had that luxury of dating more than one person at a time, because I just don't know. To just answer your question, I don't think anything is wrong with it if you're not committed to anybody. You said you don't feel like it's ladylike. I feel like it's only unladylike if you like sleeping with all of them or you're kissing all of them. Like, this is not The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Every time I watch that show and I see like The Bachelor kissing one girl and 5 minutes kissing another girl and then another 5 minutes kissing another girl, I'm like, that's nasty. So I just feel like if you're casual dating, say you're dating 3 different guys, kind of trying to see how things go, I just feel like kissing all of them is kind of nasty, and who knows, they're probably doing the same thing and kissing other girls and then kissing on you. So just be careful with that. I'm not even gonna talk about like having sex with all of them, because y'all already know where I stand on that. Read your Bibles. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just be careful with your heart. You don't want to get in a situation where you fall in love with all 3 of them. You don't want to break anyone's heart either. If you see that things are getting too serious in one of your relationships, well, I mean, we're not gonna call it a relationship because you're not committed to any of them. But if you see that things are getting too serious with one of the guys you're dating and you're not really feeling him, he's not like a top contender, break things off so you don't hurt anybody in the process. I know you're trying to keep your heart safe, but you also don't want to hurt anybody else. So ain't nothing wrong with it, girl. Get your groove on. Just, you know, keep your boundaries and keep your limitations, okay? So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for sending in your questions. I honestly love doing these so much, so keep sending them in to Ask OnlyOneJess XO. I have no idea. Like I said, I'll leave it on the screen. Or you can follow me on Instagram at OnlyOneJess_ and send me a DM. Anyways, love you guys so much and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Alright, I'm on a roll. I'm on a